Okay, you all come in. Let me adjust my chair. Make sure you. Let me adjust my chair real quick. Give me a second. Well, I can't adjust it. Make sure you hit that like button. Right. Make sure you hit that like button. Yes, Fronte. This is probably one of the most important live streams, I would say, that I have done this year. This is very important moving forward. So let me share this to my platforms. Um, Understanding what's exactly yesterday, 8/28, mark 11 days before we enter into financial chaos, also known as SHMITA. Biblically, SHMITA happens every 7 years. So I want you all to hit like and hit share so you can understand what this means. And if you have some loved ones, you definitely want to share this with them as well. So come in, come in, come in. I'll make sure, let me switch to my other screen and let me share this in a private Facebook group. I want you all to be prepared financially. And I want you all to understand that the Bible provides all of the answers for what's ahead. And for some people, hello, Felix, hello to you. Good morning. And by the way, why are you sorry, Felix? So glad you came in. My spiritual mentor, first name is Felix, right? First name is Felix. Felix, I'm not talking about any crypto right now. I'm not talking about any crypto, even though crypto is the wealth transfer, right? I'm not going to get focused on cryptocurrency right now at all. So I see why you apologize. So you all hit like and hit share. I have a revelation message to share with you all about the future of this economy. As I told you all, numbers mean something. And let me give a sound check. Um, Also, cryptocurrency is or will be the new transfer of wealth, right? But I'm not here to answer specific questions about cryptocurrencies, which ones I have, which ones I don't have. That's not the purpose of this live stream. If you don't know the purpose of the live stream, please look at the title, right? Because I don't want to have to block anyone because they're being a distraction. So come in and say hello and drop your city and state. Let me do a sound check, right? Let me do a sound check. Okay, hello, everyone. Come on in. Let me break down for you all spiritually what's happening right now. Why numbers mean something. We have exactly 110 people in. Um, Hello. So I need you all to hit that like and share button. And let me share this to my other platforms and ask them to come in and join me live right now. This is one of the most important live streams that I've done. I do have some background meditation music. If that music is too loud for you all to hear, someone let me know. It's really for my meditation and delivering this message. If it's too loud and I need to cut it down, let me know if it's interrupting my sound, because I want to make sure we have no distractions on this live stream. None at all, right? None at all. So again, it's really to help me concentrate. But if it's going to remove your concentration, then I can definitely cut it down or cut it off. So I just notified my platforms, right? Yes, knowledge is definitely power, right? So be prepared, people, and plan. Be prepared and definitely plan for what's ahead. So let me break this down. Let me break this down. Thank you all for the digital love. Felix is from Mobile, Alabama. Hello. Whether you are watching this live or on the replay, um, come in and let me know what city or state that you are representing or that you are repping, right? That you are repping. So I think I'm going to cut the sound off completely because I'm not accustomed to having that background sound. So I'm just going to cut it off completely. So let's break this down. On August the 28th, I'm going to bring up my calculator on this one. August the 28th, which was yesterday, and I did not get an opportunity. Yes, come in and hit like and hit share. Let me know what city and state you're representing. I won't say it because I want to keep my train of thought, but I will highlight it. That's my digital love, sending that digital love back to you because I want to let you all know that I see you. Is that Anchorage, AK? Crypto Night, Anchorage, AK? And so this live stream won't be specifically about specific cryptocurrencies. I think it's a portfolio of cryptocurrencies, but it will show you all how cryptocurrency is the new wealth transfer in addition to digital assets as well. I mean, not digital, but tangible assets as well, a combination of both. House of Judah, thanks for joining in for New York City. I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs real quick. We're not at the 10-minute mark. It did get more time for more people to come in and build the algorithm. Anchorage, Alaska. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in from Alaska. Thank you so much. St. Louis is in. Los Angeles is in as well. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, like and share this. One of the most powerful live streams, I would say, that I have done this year. So a lot of numbers will be involved. And this is why, people, this is why these codes will set you free. I'm going to explain. These number codes that I'm about to share will set you free. As we have Bronx, New York coming in and San Antonio, Texas. I love that meme of the eye of Oris from San Antonio as well. So let me share my screen. And New York is in. Okay. Margaret Middlebrooks. Margaret, I have a business partner by the name of Chris Middlebrooks. Do you know Chris? All right. So I'm sharing this window. Let me look at my phone and see how this looks. I have the calculator up and going. So my phone is going to be my backup monitor for me. And so we have August the 28th, which was yesterday. And I was busy trying to get a lot of my family members prepared for Hurricane Ida, right? So I did not do a second live stream on yesterday. So this is the live stream. Okay, I think it looks good. So we have 8 plus 28 plus 20, which is the beginning of 2021, right? Plus 21, right? Which equals 77, right? I need you all to participate in this, whether you are watching this live or on the replay. Every time I show you a number, right? These numbers, these codes will set you free. Utilizing these codes will unlock some things in your life, financially moving ahead for what's to come, and will set you free, right? So the first thing I want you to type in, again, whether you are watching this live or on the replay, is hashtag 77. 8/28/2021 equals 77, right? So you may be asking me, well, Queen, how is that important? And again, my crypto people, stay on. You need to know this information as well, being that cryptocurrency will be the new currency system of the wealth transfer, right? Thank you. Will be the new wealth transfer. So we have the number 77, and 7 means a divine transition. On the seventh day, Jesus rested, right? Rest means to bankrupt. It means to crash. If someone is really, really tired and they said that I'm going to take a rest, if they're really tired, they also said, man, I just crashed last night. I don't know. I was so tired. I worked so hard. I just crashed. Well, now you had the Twin Towers that crashed, and you had the Miami condos this year that crashed. So 77 means divine transition. It also means a divine status. Divine means it is so, it is written, and it will happen. There's no reversal. There's no prayer that you can do. What you can do right now is to prepare and plan, right? That you have to pay attention, right? And be prepared. Pay attention and be prepared. And so 77 also marks, this is also in 1944. Let me bring this up. The 1944 Bretton Woods Agreement was created in the conference in 1944. So let me bring my calculating tool back on screen again, right? Again, whether you are watching live or in the replay, make a mind message connection and type in 77. Unlocking these codes or having understanding of these codes is going to set you free, right? So in 1944, let me start 2021. We have Bretton Woods Agreement that was established. So we subtract 2021 from 1944. 77 again, people. 77 again. Now, another thing that I want you to mark or to notice of is that August the 28th, right? August the 28th, from September the 7th, which is the beginning of SHMITA. I'm going to explain what SHMITA is. If you're new to my channel, marks 11 days. 11. If you all have been following me for any amount of time, you can see in my background, I have my millionaire notes, 1111. You know that all of this year, right? If you can see in the background, the ones, that has always been what I call the prosperity code. And so when you see in my live streams, you will see people that will give $111.11, or people that would give $11.11, or people that would give $1,111.11. They are giving into these numbers because these numbers will unlock their code to their future freedom, right? These are biblical codes and concepts, right? That's unlocking to their future freedom. So let me educate you about what Bretton Woods is and why the 77th anniversary of Bretton Woods system is important, right? So in 1944, again, this conference of the Bretton Woods Agreement was created in New Hampshire. Under this contract, countries promise that their central banks, people, the financial system, would maintain fixed exchange rates between their currencies and the dollar. If a country's currency became value, or the country's currency value became too weak, which is what's happening now with the United States dollar, the bank would buy up its currency in a foreign exchange market. My spiritual mentor says that when you give into the kingdom, into and this is why when you see people give into my super chats, they are giving into kingdom and spiritual revelation so that God's economic system can intervene or trumps man economic system, right? Again, be prepared, pay attention, and be prepared. And so that's how the foreign exchange market works with God's economic system. But in the world's economic systems, or man economic systems, or the earth economic system, when a country's currency becomes too weak or too relative to the dollar, the bank will buy up the currency in the foreign exchange market. Members of the Bretton Woods agreed to avoid trade wars, right? For example, they would not buy their local currencies to strictly increase the trade, but they could regulate their currencies under certain conditions. Now, this replaced the gold standard. Before Bretton Woods, most countries followed the gold standard. That meant that each country guaranteed that it would redeem its currency for that value of gold. But after Bretton Woods, again in 1944, the numbers 4 means the completion of a whole thing, right? 4 quarters represents $1. In the Garden of Eden in the Bible, there was 4 rivers flowing into that one source of that one garden. There were 4 streams of rivers, 4 sources of rivers flowing into one. 4 is the completion of a whole thing. 4 directional winds, right? Of the north, the south, the east, and the west, the 4 corners of the world, right? 4 is the representation of a whole thing, 1944. So this meant that the gold standard was replaced. Now, each country could redeem its currency. Let me see if I have some Venezuela currency for its value in gold, right? But after Bretton Woods, like if Venezuela wanted to redeem its Venezuela dollars, they could come to the United States and get the actual gold. But Bretton Woods changed this. Now each member agreed to redeem its currency for the US dollar and not gold. This is what Bretton Woods happens. This is what Bretton Woods caused to happen. So why dollars? Well, the United States held 3/4 of the world's supply of gold, right? Gold and silver is real money. You're not taught this in school. By Constitution, gold and silver is real money. So when this currency system resets, gold and silver has to be used to reset the currency system. A lot of financial advisors would tell people gold and silver, like Dave Ramsey, is a commodity. Well, if gold and silver is a commodity, why do central banks hoard it? So the United States at that time held 3/4 of the world's supply in gold. No other currency had enough gold to back its replacement. So the United States having the gold was the financial powerhouse. So each dollar value was 1/35 of an ounce of gold. So Bretton Woods allowed the world to slowly transition from a gold standard to now the US dollar standard. So the dollar, in a sense, had now became a substitute for real gold. And as a result, right, the value of the dollar began to increase over the value of other countries' fiat or paper currency. So this agreement, again, the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1944, this is the 77th anniversary. Up to or until World War I, most countries were on the gold standard. However, they cut the tie to the gold standard so they can print the currency needed to pay for the cost of the war. And this influx or inflow of currency caused hyperinflation. Now, hyperinflation is what we're about to experience now. Hyperinflation is high unemployment and high cost of living. It's all about the supply of money and an overwhelming of demand, right? And so hyperinflation caused the value of the money to fall so dramatically that people needed wheelbarrows full of cash just to buy a loaf of bread. This is where you get the Venezuela dollar from. Venezuela dollar became so devalued or worthless that this was filled with, and I went to a Bitcoin conference in Miami, right? And I got a lot of these because they're worthless now. And what people may not understand, but I'm teaching you or educating you, is that this is what's going to happen to the US dollar. And so in Venezuela, for example, a woman had a wheelbarrow full of dollars, and she went out to the grocery store, and left the money, and they dumped the cash and stole the wheelbarrow. The wheelbarrow was more important than its fiat currency. And so then in 71, right? 1971, August 15th, we just celebrate the 50th year anniversary of President Nixon making the dollar debt. Now you may be asking me, well, Queen, how did President Nixon make the dollar debt? Well, he stopped other countries from collecting these paper currencies and be able to now come to the United States and convert this currency and get the real gold. See, Spain was on the way in this warship, right? And they had just bags full of US cash and currency. And the United States got wind of it, or they heard of it, and they wanted the gold. They were like, we don't want this anymore. The United States is printing too much of this. This was in 1971. The same thing that's happening now. The more you print, supply and demand, the less it's able to purchase, the less valuable it will be. It spikes up or increases your everyday cost of living, your gas, your groceries, etc. And so, and I asked the really ignorant questions. I went to the pawn shop to learn this because, again, this is not taught in schools. And I went to a pawn shop and I was looking at how much precious metal that they had, because earlier this year, you could not even buy or purchase gold and silver from online dealers. So I went to the local pawn shop to see what they had in stock. And I asked the worker at the pawn shop, I said, well, why did Spain just come in jets or airplane? They could have gotten to the United States quicker before the law was changed by Nixon. And he educated me. He said, well, if they would have came in airplane or flew, right, they would not have been able to transport the gold back, right, because they was coming for the gold. So they had to come in ships. So this is the video clip of 1971 when President Nixon closes the gold window, right? Let's watch this and listen and learn to this clip.
Strength of a nation's currency is based on the strength of that nation's economy. And the American economy is by far the strongest in the world. Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold or other reserve assets, except in amounts and conditions determined to be in the interest of monetary stability and in the best interest of the United States. Now, what is this action, which is very technical, what does it mean for you? Let me lay to rest the bugaboo of what is called devaluation. If you want to buy a foreign car or take a trip abroad, market conditions may cause your dollar to buy slightly less. But if you are among the overwhelming majority of Americans who buy American-made products in America, your dollar will be worth just as much tomorrow as it is today. The effect of this action, in other words, will be to stabilize the dollar.
Well, 50 years later, as Marvin Parvin would say, the lie detector proved that was a lie. The dollar is not stabilized. Gas pricing has been the highest it's ever been. And prices for gas, grocery, homes, everyday cost of living, daycare, clothing, et cetera, since 1971 has increased expeditiously, right? Expeditiously. And Felix, you are correct. Then all other countries had to buy oil in US dollars. So what began to make the US dollar keep its power, in a sense, or exactly, was that it was then called the petrodollar, right? Because our military makes sure that other countries only purchase oil in US dollars. So the US dollars was backed by two things at that point, which was petrol, oil, and military, right? And so now as we're back on 77, 7 times 7 equals 49, right? 7 times 7 is 49. And in the Bible, there's something called the year of Jubilee. This is where you have the Nasara Act, right? This is where you have the Nasara Act and the book of Nasara that's saying that gold and silver will be returned and people will be debt free. Well, let me propose to you, all of this is in the Bible. The Bible shows it, and this is called the SHMITA. And the SHMITA is informing that this will be the next Great Depression, people, not recession. The next Great Depression, right? And you're right, correct, more sense. Now Russia is selling oil to China and won, no longer the dollar, no longer the US dollar. So if anybody is informing you that it's smart to keep cash, right? That's not wise advice. It is not smart to keep cash right now. Now, this is the thing. Most people don't even have cash. And then you have some people that have already converted their cash into crypto, gold, silver, platinum, palladium, nickel, copper, etc. Right? That's why you have a lot of the catalytic converters that was being stolen out of older vehicles because of the platinum that's found in them. And then again, the number 11 in this code, 7711, is going to be very important in this live stream. Because since 2011, JP Morgan hoarded over 350 million ounces of silver. People, that's 38% of the world's population. 8 plus 3 is 11. 350 million ounces is 8. 8 is the number of the breaking down of an old to enter into a new thing. Most people just say new beginnings, but they leave out that it's the breaking down of an old to enter into the new. The number 8 is just the infinity symbol that is positioned upside down. That's it. And so biblically, the infinite spirit or infinite powers that proclaim that I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Now, this is off topic, on topic. Sometimes on my live stream, people want to know, why do I refer to God simply as an infinite spirit or infinite power? What most people don't know is that Genesis 1 and 1, again, the 1111 code, it is read, or in the original transcript, that in the beginning, Elohim means powerful ones. Powerful ones. Also, it talks about that Enoch walked with Elohim in the Bible. Enoch, the book of Enoch, that's not in the Bible. Walk with God, walk with Elohim, right? And we know that Enoch just disappeared, right? He was transitioned in the sky, right? So Elohim means powerful ones. So even in the beginning of time, Genesis 1 and 1, when the earth went through a reformation and recreation, again, number 7 means rest, divine transition, right? It means that there was a collaboration. Now, a lot of people get into debate that Elohim means gods and the aliens. Some means God and, or some say God and angels. Because in Genesis, it's on to say that let us make man, right? And then some people say that it was gods and goddess. Now, the first beginning of where this was derived from, which is the ancient Egyptians, describes it as gods and goddess, right? The ancient Egyptians is where all of biblical knowledge and foundation was transferred from, right? So I'm not getting into that debate about which out of the three it is, but I will say this. It was a collaboration and it's powerful one. So I just refer to it as infinite powers or infinite spirit, right? Infinity covers everything, right? And so let's get into the SHMITA, the next Great Depression. This is the next Great Depression and the next great wealth transfer. My question to you is, which side of the equation are you on? See, every 7 years, the SHMITA starts. And what SHMITA mean? It means financial chaos every 7 years. And I'm going to prove that to you. So when the seventh year enters, or the seventh cycle, the land has to rest, the earth has to rest. In Leviticus 25, 1 through 5, on the seventh year, there was told to be no sowing, no harvesting, any crops whatsoever, to let the land rest for 1 year. Also in the 7th year, all debts were to be forgiven according to Deuteronomy 15, and people, you see it again, the 111 code. Make sure that you all like this video and share it. I'm telling you, this is so important moving forward, immediately moving forward into September the 7th. As you also know, we celebrate the 9/11 anniversary as well, right? So let me see. 9/11 was first in 2000 and what was it? What year was 9/11? It's on this article. I can just scroll down, but I don't want to. So this will be the 20th anniversary of 9/11, 2001. Thank you. 2001. So again, December the 15th, 111 code. I'm going to share a lot of biblical 111 codes with you all, right? That you need to get a revelation on. Right? Thank you so much, House of Judah. So it says that the 7 year, all debts will be forgiven. So again, you have 7 times 7. You have August 28th, that mark, when you add 8/28, 2021, that adds up to 77. This is the 77th year for Bretton Woods agreement that started in 1944. So the 77th anniversary. Also this year of 2021, the stock market dropped exactly 777 points, right? And so now we have 7 times 7 is 49, which is the 50th Jubilee. Also, August 15th from 1971 to August 15, 2021, the 50th year that the dollar became dead by President Nixon, right? So Leviticus 25 and 21, the Bible says, my special blessings for you on the 6th year. 6 is the number of man. 6 is the number of completion, right? The number 6. Let me pull up my notes. The number of perfection, the ending of a thing to transition into another thing. It ends labor and work. And this is why many people are not working now. This is why many people are on government assistance. This is why the government is giving many CTC, child tax credit. This is why you see so many now hiring signs, because biblically, right, no labor, no work should be done, and all debt should be erased or eradicated. Now, this is the thing. Many people are so excited, right, about the Nasara Act. I'm going to be debt free. But let me propose to you, right, or give you something to make you think. Many people will be debt free and they will own nothing. And the World Economic Forum has already stated that they will own nothing and they will be happy. Now, why will people be happy with no ownership, no control over their finances? Because as this Great Depression 2.0, the first Great Depression was in 1933, right? This year going into 2022, and as you see the double, the 33 and the 22, right? The number 3 means a warning of change is coming. In the Bible, the third day, right? On the third day of the wedding, Jesus turned water into wine. 3 means a chemical change effect is happening. A warning is coming. Ida is 3 letters. Ida is a change. But the word Ida, or the name Ida, if you looked up Ida, also means prosperity, right? Let me pull that up real quick. The name, what Ida represents. The meaning of the name Ida. It means industrious, prosperous. It derives from the German root word labor, work. See, I told you that many people will not have jobs. Its Greek origin meaning means hardworking, but prosperous, happy, the ending of work, the ending of labor. And this is what this 50th year Jubilee will bring for others. For some, the end of hard work, the end of labor, and then we'll have the government that comes in with universal basic income. Exactly, more sense. Paper chasing. I told you all that the numbers I'm giving you all today is going to utilize these codes and these numbers to set yourself free. This is financially as well, because not everybody that's watching this live stream. Oh, okay, I read that. I hope you will be on in a few minutes at 11:11. Okay. Not everyone that's watching this live stream is prepared. And so they are giving, so they are protected under God's economy, the kingdom's economy. As I bring out these numbers, you're going to see people that's going to give 77. You're going to see people that's give 111 or 1111. Tadaka gave 999. 9 is the highest spiritual number that there is, right? So debts will be forgiven, right? And that's why you're seeing a lot of student loan debts, a lot of restitutions, right, or reparations for the Black and brown community. That's already happening. A lot of families are already getting back land. This Black family in California, that beach land was taken away, that's worth millions. They are re-giving that back, restitution, right? Because biblically, God says the 400th year, the people that was taken into a strange land, right, will be rewarded, or restitution will be given, right? So you're going to see a lot of restitution, but you're going to see a decrease of the dollar. Now, again, yes, unemployment ends one day before the SHMITA, which is September the 7th. Now, let me go ahead and put an end to these type of questions. People that want to know, will my credit card debt be erased? Will my mortgage debt be erased or eradicated? I'm not going to answer that yes or no. Listen, if you are so concerned about the eradication of credit card debt, but not concerned about having assets, this let me know, it informs me that you're not paying attention to the bigger picture. Because again, this is going to be two sides of the equation. You're going to have some people that's a part of the greatest wealth transfer that this generation has ever experienced. Then you're going to have some people that's a part of the Great Depression. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice. But do I think credit card debts will be erased and eradicated? Yes. But that means you have no more use of credit. Do I think some more student loan debts will be dismissed? Yes. However, what will be your future income stream? Will you be one of the people that live and survive off $2,000 a month of universal basic income? And now once this Fed coin is converted into a digital coin, you would definitely be under the all-seeing eye, because now federal government can tell you, okay, you can't take our $2,000 of universal basic income and buy gold or invest in silver or invest in cryptocurrency. You will not be a part of this wealth transfer. More census on Manhattan Beach is very powerful. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm just going to highlight your name, let you know that I see your comments, right? Double D, I hope that's fine if I call you that. I can't get ahead to pay it all off. I understand. But this is why, Double D, look down at the website, 1111millionmovement.com, because a lot of people can't get ahead financially. And this is why I have a solution for them, right? See, let me say this, and we're going to break down SHMITA again, right? I just heard a testimony of someone, for example, that invested in Cardano when it was 3 cents. I want you all to type the number 3 in. A warning that a change is coming, a chemical change. And I see the XRP army. XRP will make many people rich, but it will not make them wealthy. I just watched a video on that. I can share it with you, and I am in total agreements. Let me see if I can share that video with you, if I can pull up my history. I will not play it, but I will put the link in for you. This is by 3T Warrior Academy. Extremely critical message, he says, that XRP will not, right? And this is why I tell people to invest in my Cash on Crypto report. XRP will make you rich, but not wealthy. So I hope people just don't have everything in XRP. If you're trying to be wealthy, right? If you want to be wealthy. And so this is why I have a diverse collection of cryptocurrencies that will not only be used for the currency system reset, but also, right, for AI, artificial intelligence, and technology as robots take the place of people. Also, have you all looked at Singularity Net? Have you all looked at those games on Singularity Net? Look at Singularity Net games. So I'm going to share this link to this video. SRP, extremely critical message, will make you rich but not wealthy, right? So the number 3, going back to the number 3, the spoken word effect. On the 3rd day, God spoke to the waters was moved, right? On the 3rd day of the wedding, Jesus turned water into wine. On the 3rd day in the Bible, seed was able to transform into fruit, warning that a change is coming, a 3rd watch. Jesus resurrected on the 3rd day. It also means a new DNA. Any man being Christ, he is a new creature. It also means creation, manifestation, growth. Symbolizes the interconnectedness of your body, mind, and spirit, and you are aligned with divine energy, right? That you are in alignment, right, with divine energy. Thank you so much, Gwen, for the 1111 super chat, and Crypto Night for subscribing to the channel. You all, thank you all for my new subscribers and the thumbs up. So SHMITA, I'm getting back on to Kim. Kim said, get back to SHMITA, Queen. I am. Let's get back on SHMITA. So 77 years from the Bretton Woods Agreement. What is SHMITA? I'm going to start with 2001, but this actually starts, people, in 1966. Again, 6 is the number of completion, a man, a divine transition into a thing, right? So I'm just going to start with, because I like to start with the 9/11 event. That's the most recent one. So in 2001, we have 9/11, also the dot-com crash, 30% of the stock market were wiped out. 9/11 happens, a symbol of Americans' economic strength was destroyed and causes Wall Street to shut down for 5 days. This was the last day of the SHMITA cycle, right? Now, 2007, we have the housing market crash. Another SHMITA year. Again, it happens every 7 years. So from 9/11, September 11, right, the World Trade Centers, right, now we have 2007, 2008. The Great Recession happened, the world's financial crisis, worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. It crashed the real estate market, wiped away trillions of dollars from the United States and global market. More than 50% of the stock market was wiped out as well during 2007, 2008. On the last day of SHMITA, the stock market plunged again 777 points. Right. So I would say if you all, give into the super chats, you can give whatever is led, whatever you feel in your heart. But if you can, definitely 77 or 1111 or increasing those numbers as you see fit. And I'm going to show you why right later on this live stream. I'm taking my time and I'm teaching this from the beginning to the end. And then in 2015, right, we got 11 again, wiped out $11 trillion from the world financial institutions. 12,000 points was wiped out from the Brazilian markets, 4,000 points from the Indian markets, right? 11 trillion, there's the number 11 again. This produced 3 of the worst stock market crashes in history. The global trade collapse, right? And so guess what, people? September the 7th of this year marks the 7th SHMITA year since 2015. However, this one is different because the Bretton Woods, again, 77 years anniversary. 7 times 7 is 49. This is the 7th. This is the 7th. Also, you have, let me see. The Dow Jones this year dropped 700 points. Let me share that with you. Of this year. Okay, Kryptonite, got you. Yes, subscribe to him. Oh, he's very big on XRP. And watch that XRP video about why XRP will make you rich but not wealthy. And hey, being rich is fine, but we want to get wealth. I want millionaires and multimillionaires over here as well, right? Because this SHMITA, the 50th Jubilee crash, is going to be the longest and worst ever. So the Dow Jones of July of this year, exactly July the 18th, tumbled 700 points for its worst drop in history. Worst drop in October as investments fear a Rona resurgence. This happened July the 18th of 2021, right? 8 plus 1 is 9, which means the highest spiritual number that there is, right? Again, yes, Kryptonite, you're so correct. You got ISO that's happening in 2022 as well. ISO is happening in 2022 as well, right? The woman media says in Hebrew faith, the prayer during the third watch hour is also for understanding. Thank you. I'm always on the trinity of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And I'm trying to watch everything. So I'm glad Gwen is on. If anybody, Gwen, that you need to, take care of your moderation, thank you for having my back and doing that. But so far, we haven't had to block anybody. It's over 300 people in. Everybody is plugged in, and we are all on one accord. So I'm so thankful for that, right? Because there is power and strength and unity, people. There is power and unity when I get on these live streams that we don't want distractions. So again, a lot of debts will be eradicated because this is the year of Jubilee. This is where a lot of people, according to the Nasara Act, will be eradicated of some debts. However, you do not want to be debt free and you're financially in bondage, meaning that you're only financial, is through the government of universal basic income. And this is why I said the World Economic Forum said that many people will lose everything. See, debt free also means a loss of assets. Millions of people will lose homes. They will own nothing and they will be happy, right? But thank you, Felix. Yes, ISO 2022 is a new payment system. I might pull that up. But people will be happy because they're going to allow them a couple of months of being homeless and hungry. And people are going to desperately want help. Hungry, homeless, and want help. And so when this universal basic income is approved, which it probably will be in 2022, under the new digital dollar and the Fed coin, people will own nothing and be happy. Again, will be the greatest wealth transfer. The people that are positioned are going to be great, right? But the people that are not positioned, the people that are not playing, the people that have no crypto, the people that have no silver, no gold, no tangible assets, right? Silver will also, and at some point this year, silver and gold was not even available to purchase online. Will be used for phone batteries. Everyone will shift to mobile banking, 5G towers, the new internet that must happen, that's already converted. RFID chips, let's not forget about that. Let's not forget about that. So the role and the meaning of the 777 in the Bible. Let's break this down. So the number 7 in multiples of it, like 777 or 7 quadruple, 7777 is important in the battle of Jericho. It's 7 Levitical priests. On the 7th day, they circled Jericho, blowing 7 trumpets 7 times. This is from Joshua 6 and 4, verses 15 through 16. It was a battle to take possession of their inheritance in the promised land. So I know a lot of people have already given. Maybe some people come in later or um, catch the replay. But to take possession of the promised land. So when you give anything into the 777, and I see the super chats, I see the 2111. We are going to make some affirmations over this. Don't if you gave 999, 1111, don't say, oh, no. Just hold on. We have scriptures for all of that. Right? 11 scriptures, 1111 scriptures are coming up next. Thank you so much, lovely queen. Thank you so much. So don't just hold on. I got some 11:11 scriptures too. Don't be like, oh man, I should have gave into 77. That's okay. Listen, when you give into that, right, it means that you're giving into a code to set yourself free and to take possessions of your inheritance in this promised land or in this earth realm during this time. Right? And as soon as the 7th round ended, the children of God shouted at Jericho's wall. That means some walls that you have would be torn down, obstructed, right? And they tumbled down. And then they destroyed all human life and animal life within the city except for Rahab and her family. Listen, people, we know about this health pandemic that's going on. And unfortunately, right, a lot of human lives have been taken, or high rates of deaths have happened. Now, I won't get into that on this live stream and how that plays into this new currency system reset. But I will say it this way. Every time there was a change in the earth realm or the economic system, radiation in 1970, 79, I showed a video clip with Dick Gregory talking about radiation. You can't see it. You can't feel it. But all you know is that it harms you health-wise. And that was when radio waves were being transformed. So just kind of put 2 and 2 together. What happens when you increase Wi-Fi and increase the radiation, right? So this 777 code is protection against your health, your wealth, to possess the land. Multiple sevens were also used as worshiping God on the Sabbath day. It shows a form of worship, but as I mentioned earlier, it was also used in the Jubilee year. The weekly Sabbath, a holy time from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset, was founded using 777. This is Genesis 2, right? 2 verses 2 through 3. The number 7 plays a important role in annually committing to feasts like the Passover, the days of unleavened bread, the Pentecost, the Feast of Trumpets, the Day of Atonement, the Feast of Tabernacles, and the last great day, right? You also have, again, Leviticus 23. On the seventh day, the land should be rest, the end of labor. 7 perfect cycles, right? 7 days were the end of week, at the end of a week where a period ends, right? It ends on the 7th day, the Sabbath day. So even during the Jubilee year, when debt is forgiven, right? When debt is forgiven, as I see some more super chats coming in, let me highlight that. Even in the Jubilee year, when debt is forgiven and slaves are released, it is connected to 777. It's 7 sets, 7 years in each, with the 7th year being the sabbatical year. It means completion, people. A lot of people say 6 is the number of completion. That is incorrect, right? What I mean is 6 is the number of completion, but 7 is that number of the divine transition going into the completion from the 6th. On the 6th day, God has finished all of his work. So Revelation, the book of Revelation, as my guest would say, Eric Thomas, not Revelations, but Revelation, the number 777 represents itself again. Again, 7 times 7 is 49, right? The book of Revelation is the 49th book and is the last one. So this is how you have 7 and 7. As Brittany comes in with the 77 super chat and the number 1 intertwined, right? It is Revelation, the 49th book, right? 7 times 7, and the last one. It is one of the 7 major divisions of the scriptures. Let's go into Revelations, right? The events in Revelation is marked by the 7 seals, the 7 trumpets, the 7 golden vials. The last 2 are performed by 7 angels. Now, Revelation 11 and 15. Let me pull that up. Here we see the 111 code. Revelations 11:15. Gives the 7th angel revelation. But, right, it also reveals, let me pull this up, that the beginning of God's kingdom on earth, right, is being revealed. The beginning of the kingdom. What is God's kingdom? What is God's kingdom? God's kingdom is simply God's culture on earth. God said, this is the Lord's prayer. My kingdom come, my will be done on earth as it is done, the same way it's done in heaven. God brought or created us on this earth because in Genesis, it says he wants us to have power and dominion. In Psalms, it says the higher heavens, yes, even the heavens belong to the Lord, but the earth I have given unto mankind. We are supposed to rule and reign on this earth. We are supposed to know the difference between assets and liabilities on this earth. And biblically, the codes are here to set us free, to let us know through the number system, numerology, and gematria, right? To show us the way so that we will not be lost, we will not be suffering, and we will not be at the hands of a government, right? And so Revelations 11 and 15, where many pastors don't want to go, many churches don't want to go, because Revelation, many can't interpret and understand, but it says, right? And this is the 111 code. The seventh angel, I'm going to get into an angel too in the book of Psalms, sounded his trumpet, and there were loud voices in heaven which said, the kingdom of the world has become the kingdom of our Lord and of his Messiah, and he will reign forever and ever. People, let me put you at rest. This is not the end of the world. This is not the resurrection. See, God's purpose or point of even creating earth was he wanted us to have dominion on it. He wanted a place of dominion where we rule in power and dominion, where we're not financially struggling. And so I talked about possession of the land, right? Possession of the land. Let me read these comments. I've seen 1111, 111, 101. Yes, and this Ephesians 1:11. Oh, Sherry, let's go to Ephesians 1:11. Everyone that gave super chat, even if you can't stay on, I'm going to make affirmations over your giving for you if you can't stay the entirety of this live stream. Let's go to Ephesians 1:11. I was actually just reading Ephesians 11:11. That popped right up. Right? Let's read Sherry for you, and then we're gonna go to 1:11. Let's no, this is 1:11. Okay. Here we go, Sherry. In him we were also chosen, having predestined according to the plan of him who works out everything in conformity with the purpose of his will. Works out everything to conform to the purpose of his will. Right? People, a currency system, greatest wealth transfer is happening right now. And will you receive your inheritance? Will you redeem it? Will you get God's possession? Right? For example, you cannot tell me that you are a kingdom's kid, that salvation is all you need, right? On this earth realm, because God has provided us his resources to operate in. He has provided, and see, that's what the four rivers in the Garden of Eden was about. It all was about natural resources. It was all about natural resources. Gwen, can you help if you're still on? Can you help how to share super chat? And I do. Some people want give to the Cash App as well. It's all about natural resources. So let's look at another 11:11 scripture, a promise of possession, right? Deuteronomy 11:11. Deuteronomy 11:11. It starts with Deuteronomy 11:4. I have or this highlighted. When the Egyptian army and to his horses and chariots, how overwhelmed them with the waters of the Red Sea, they was pursuing you, and now the Lord brought lasting ruin onto them. See, people that were pursuing you, things that was financially stressing you, it's about to be brought to ruin. And you're about to cross into a new land and a new possession. According to Deuteronomy 11:11, But the land you are crossing, the Jordan, to take possession of this land of mountains and valleys that drinks rain from heaven. You are crossing over. Our financial system is crossing over, and you will cross over with it if you are prepared and positioned. Another thing given into the 1111 code, and it also is in alignment with 911, and it's also in alignment with 911, is Psalms 91 and 11. Psalms 91 and 11. You also have possessions. I want you all to put this in comment, and protection, whether you are watching live or on the replay, right? Whether you are watching live or on the replay. The woman media, Brittany, thank you, Brittany. Thank you so much. She's answered that for you. Thank you so much. Whether you are watching this live or on the replay, again, giving into these numbers unlock the codes to set you free financially, health wise, right? Protection wise. Psalms, also, we can look at this as 911 or 1111 and 911 with 31 codes, right? Yes, Tadaka says position and protection. Whether you're watching this live or on the replay, it says his angels, people. His angels will give charge over you to keep you in all of your ways. Yes, you have position, protection, perfect health, peace, and prosperity. Positive energy always create elevation, peace, perfect health. Nothing by any means will harm you. Prosperity, position, and you have angelic protection. Now, speaking of protection, let's talk about protecting your cryptocurrency. Make sure, right, that you have your passwords for your wallets printed out on tangible paper, right? All of these P's printed out on paper. When you have it printed out on paper, ensure that you place it place it in a safe that is both fire and waterproof. I don't tell people whether to go with a digital wallet backup or a hard wallet, but just search for that on YouTube. You will find many teachings on YouTube about how to back up your cryptocurrency on a hard physical um, device or hard wallet or a digital wallet on your phone. Do the research. Do yourself, because again, I'm not a financial advisor. I do not give financial advice, but there's a lot of videos here on this channel on YouTube that teach you and will show you that. Protect your cryptocurrency. Quote these scriptures over it as you are giving into these codes. Also, just know that if you have any tangible assets that's given into these codes, you will be protected as well. But you speak over the scriptures that I'm sharing with you all. Watch this more than one time and speak over these scriptures, right? Speak over these scriptures. Now, let's look at Bitcoin for my crypto people. Bitcoin on May 19th of this year of 2021, the price hit its lowest of $30,000, right? Its lowest of $30,000. And the reason why I don't get on my live streams and tell people either what to do is simply because, um, I don't want people figuring out which one I probably use. But there's a lot of videos on here that can help you with that. So do your research. Now, this is going to be so eye-opening, right? Bitcoin, May 19th, going into where this article was updated on May 19th. It was published May 18th, but updated on May 19th. That Bitcoin plunged 30% to 30,000 at one point, and then it recovered to somewhat of 38,000. So we did see Bitcoin, I think it's 28, 27, as much as that low this year. But, right, it was at a record high in mid-April of $64,829. Right? So this was the biggest plunge that happened, 30%. Now it did go from 30,000 to about 28 to 27,000, but that wasn't the biggest plunge percentage wise. Now you might be asking, well, Queen, why is that important? Because let me show you rather, that from May 19th to, and SHMITA began September the 7th this year, 9/7. To September the 7th, the beginning of SHMITA, people, is exactly 111 days. Exactly 111 days. This was the lowest Bitcoin drop. So I'm not saying that it will drop again on SHMITA. To be quite honest with you, this is going to be the first time that we see how Bitcoin performs in a depression, because Bitcoin was created in 2008 after the recession, the housing market crash. But exactly 111 days, right? And I tell people all the time that numbers is the key to your freedom, especially when it's connected to finances. And this is why. This is how. You have numbers to play the lottery, right? Winning numbers, a strategic approach to winning lottery games, right? They have these books and things like that all over Amazon, for example. Let me show you an example of a book. You always have bingo. When people say bingo, that means, hey, they want some money, right? You win in numbers with bingo. Then you have scratch off. Everything is in the number system, but most people have not tapped into God's kingdom economics number system. And that's why people are giving into the super chat, because then they are in alignment with the scriptures that I'm using to support it. So exactly 111 days, the lowest Bitcoin drop from May 19th to September the 7th, the beginning of SHMITA, exactly 111 days. And also the number 11 means a reset button. That's why when you have January the 1st, it resets the year in our calendar, right? 11 is a reset button. Again, SHMITA, financial chaos, happen every 7 years. Yep. And numbers mean something. But again, according to Psalms 9:11, right, no harm will overtake you. You have angelic protection. Utilize these codes. 77 year of the Bretton Woods. You have angelic protection through 111. It's divine transition. You can be a part of the greatest reset that this financial system of our generation ever in a lifetime. The greatest reset. So do you have your tangible assets in order? People, I read a post on Instagram, for example, that says, I would rather have a $10,000 vehicle, or a vehicle that's worth $10,000. I would rather have a vehicle that's worth $10,000 and 100K in Bitcoin than to have $100,000 vehicle, $100,000 vehicle, a vehicle that's worth $100,000 and only 10,000 in Bitcoin. Now you may be asking me, well, Queen, I need a strategy. I need to get more cash flow. I mentioned to you all that someone of May of 2020 purchased just $12,000 worth of Cardano ADA, right? When Cardano ADA hit $3 this year, They gross capital gains was $1.1 million. People is all about positioning yourself and timing and taking action. And I would say the saying is 7 brings the 11. Okay, 7 brings, what do you mean by that, Annie? Because I know even in dice, people roll dice for money, right? Dice game, when they gamble, the winning numbers are 7-11. My spiritual mentor brought that to my attention. He's not on this live stream, but he brought that to my attention. So you have poker, that if you know how to play the cards, but that's not God's system. That's not God's economy. That's not kingdom's economy. That's the world system. That's the world's way. Listen, God's way is much more peaceful. God said, I will make you rich and add no sorrow. Right. The financial chaos is bringing the reset. So let's look at cryptocurrency today. Again, I would rather any day have 100K in Bitcoin than a vehicle worth 100K. Right. Anytime. So Bitcoin is at 48,684. We're going to watch Bitcoin very closely going into September, especially beginning with the SHMITA. Ethereum is at 3,200. ADA is still in the green from its $3 all-time high, just 15 cents away. Let me find AGI on this chart. Let me see, can I find it? It was up so. Sheep, Eno is in the red. Theta is in the green. Solantra was doing great, and Singularity Net, I don't see it on this particular chart. I might find another. AGI was up. Go to Coin Market Cap. And let's look at where AGI is right now. This is the cryptocurrency that will be used to power the new technology system, even robots. Solana is taking a cool off, right now, but it definitely was in the green. Many are predicting that Singularity Net will be bigger than even Bitcoin, right? And again, watch that video on crypto. XRP will make you rich but not wealthy. I highly suggest that. Let's look at Singularity Net, up 10%, still under $1, and that's the 77 code. So I'm going to go purchase some more, because whenever I see codes and what I'm teaching on, I get into that. It doesn't matter to me whether it's in the green or in the red, right? And then it also has the 11%, as it did just make a slight change, right? But I did see it. So I definitely would get some more of that in the live stream. So simply put, a lot of people do not have. I overlooked that. So I saw Margaret, the double M, Margaret Mitchell. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Let me see. Can I find everyone that can find a birthday emoji? Let's give Margaret a birthday emoji. I think I found a cake. Let me see. You all can do that for me. I thought I found a cake emoji, but give her just something celebratory to celebrate her birthday. Happy birthday to you. Also, we know that this is also the 16th anniversary. 6 plus 1 is 7. That Hurricane Katrina happened, and Ida is right on course. So happy birthday to you, Margaret. Margaret, how is 12/12 your birthday also? Wait a minute, I'm confused before we give you. Oh, you're saying 12/12 is your birthday. I'm sorry. Well, we gave you birthday emojis anyway. So there you go. December the 12th. We gave you, thank you. So she gave into her birthday. I get it now. I get it now. I got it. So again, I just want to break this down to you all. SHMITA happens September the 7th. Most people don't have the additional cash flow that they need to be crypto millionaires or multimillionaires or billionaires. And so if that is the case, visit my website, 1111millionmovement.com, right? Learn to play the financial game and get more cash flow with just one 3-letter word. If you want to know what that 3-letter word is, definitely visit my website, because a lot of people would invest more if they were in cash flow positive. So this help give you the answer to become cash flow positive, right? 4 pockets full. This is the all for one, one for all movement, right? It puts you in remembrance of the 40 acres and a mule by Spike Lee. Unleash your power to get wealth, Deuteronomy 1:11. May the Lord, your God or the God, increase you 1,000 times more and bless you. So this is what you're also, when you give into the 1111 code, right? Or prosperity code. So you watch these 2 videos below. Also, for those who have purchased my book, my Millionaire Notes, that's on Amazon. Thank you for purchasing, right? Thank you for purchasing. And there is power in network marketing. So you watch these 2 videos, enter your contact information. Now, when you enter your contact information, it will give you a message that in 48 hours, I will respond to you. But just make sure that you hit get access under this, right? This will take you to page 2, where you will get more exclusive information. And again, for those who have supported me in my book, 101, My Millionaire Notes, it's a mindset shift on how you look at money. It's an easy read. It was intentioned to be an easy read, right? Because I want you to read and reread over and over again. You will always need a mindset pump, in essence, or a mindset shift when it comes to money and money matters. So this is the purpose of this book, right? And you can find it on Amazon. Let me put it up. My Millionaire Notes. Click on paperback. I like it when people have a tangible copy. And so here you can find it on Amazon. Let me read my comments, and then I'm going to decree. The Bible says you shall decree a thing. The secret of that is to decree a thing that shall be established unto you. This is not the name it and claim it type gospel, right? Where you just name stuff and hope it comes into fruition. No, to decree a thing is once you take action and give into the knowledge, into the number codes that unlocks the secret, then you make the declaration over it. This is not the claim it, the name it and claim it gospel. This is the creative kingdom gospel, right? This is the creative kingdom gospel. This is when Simon entered into prosperity partnerships, right? Simon was a fisherman and he was with Jesus, and Simon was not bringing in any fish. And Jesus said, cast your net on the right side, on the other side. And when Simon hearkened or took action at the word of the Lord, right, his disciples that was on the ship, on the boat with him, he had to get their help, right? Had to get their assistance and bring it in. The fish was it was an avalanche of wealth. The net was about to break. And because he had partnership, right? Prosperity partnerships, his prosperity partners, they helped him bring it in. This is the point of the 1111 million movement. You need partnership. Again, Elohim means powerful ones in Genesis 1:1 to create and keep prosperity. Crypto Knight says Pfizer landed on Hedera hash graph H bar. I am definitely for in H bar favor. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Need information, please, regarding cryptocurrency. I have a book for that. It's cashoncrypto.com that you can invest in. Cash on crypto, and it's crypto with a K. Let me read some comments. Okay, Crypto Night brought that in May 19th when Bitcoin dropped to 30,029,800. That was because of Tesla tweet. But again, exactly 111 days from that date until SHMITA begins on September the 7th. Mary Marsh, when you are have money to invest, the first thing I tell people to do is invest in knowledge. Invest in knowledge and invest in the kingdom as well. Right? Invest in the kingdom as well. Put something into whatever that you're led to, and kingdom protection and the kingdom's economy. Because again, that's the only economy that can make you rich without adding any sorrow. And a lot of people are going to be taxed. I'm not just talking about angel protection in Psalms 91 and 11. I'm also talking about taxation against the predators of the government. If you are in cryptocurrency and you need a tax saving plans where you won't lose 30 to 40% of your crypto, definitely go to the website 1111millionmovement.com. I have a tax plan for you, and it explains on their website. When you put seeds in the ground, people, when you sow, sowing, the acronym for sowing is seeds of wealth. The Bible talks about good ground, right? The Bible talks about good ground, and certain seeds needs a certain soil. Well, Queen, how do I know that I'm giving into good soil? I'm the person that gives you the revelation and the information. I was speaking to a mentor, right? And I'm like, people cannot expect revelation or manifestation when they get you get the information from me. I just broke down SHMITA. I broke down the Bretton Woods. I broke down the numbers that's going to set you free. Then you take the seed and you sow into somebody else's soil. When that person doesn't give you the revelation or the information, you will not receive a manifestation that seed is supposed to receive. Because also, not only have I give you the revelation, but I've spoken the word, the scripture over you that will bring that to pass. So I always tell people to seek God's kingdom first, God's economic system. And then, as the Bible says, the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. Then you figure out where the just is putting their money. And right now it's in crypto and it's in coins. Right? It's in crypto, it's in coins, it is getting in positive cash flow. It is getting your credit fixed, right? If you all don't know, I did credit repair about a year ago. I stopped credit repair to teach on crypto. Getting your credit in place. People will need new places to live. So after you do kingdom, do coins. They can be Bitcoin. They can be physical coin. It can be nickel, copper, platinum, palladium, gold, silver. I love silver at this point because it's both monetary and industrial use. Every seed needs a certain soil. Make sure you are giving into the person that's giving the revelation and information to you. Luke 11:11. On a certain day, Jesus was praying in a certain place. Every seed needs a certain soil. I worked at Home Depot in the garden department. Different plants require different soil and different fertilizer in order to grow and manifest and be healthy. 7-Eleven convenience store slogan was, "Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven." Wow, thank you for sharing it with me. Thank you. Wow, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. Are we saving our loose change? Because there was a coin shortage, I really would. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, not telling you what to do. Loose change, I would, but I would definitely Me personally, I'm converting my cash into assets. I'm not saving cash. Loose change, yes, because change has um what mercury or certain components, copper, a little copper in it, or the earth material, earth minerals and materials in it as well, right? So Mary Marsh, I hope they help you. And so when you plant seeds into the ground, they grow after its own kind. However, money is a seed that can produce any harvest. This is my last 11:11 scripture, and then I'm going to make uh, affirmations over those who had gave. Ecclesiastes 11:11, right? This is God's economic system, the kingdom's economic systems. What is the meaning of cash your bread? Well, we call dollar bread, used to call it dough, right? Ecclesiastes 11:1, cast your bread upon the waters, for you will find it after many days, right? You will find it after many days. Some people say ship your grain across the sea. After many days, it will return. Invest your money in foreign trade. After many days, you will make profit, right? Um, let's look at another 11:11 scripture. I know I said that was it. But also Ecclesiastes 11:1, going into verse 2 also says, invest in 7 ventures. Yes, 8 again, because you don't know what disaster may come upon the land. 7 is the number of divine transition, divine status, right? And 8 is the number of the breaking down of the old into the new. Proverbs, let me put these scriptures in. 11:18, the one who sows righteousness will reap a sure reward. I can always tell you that biblically, scripturally, you have a sure reward. And I tell people, I always sow for protection, not just for angelic protection, which the people in Louisiana and some parts of Mississippi, right, may be affected by, for protection of their homes, protection of their land, right? You want to come back and your land, your house is protected. Your crypto is protected. No cyber attacks. Your precious metals are protected. No robbery. The Bible says if you want to enter or bind the strong man, you must first, if the thief be found, you must first bind the strong man. So you don't want any of your coins, whether it's material, tangible, theft, cyber attacks, none of that. So that's why people give into the kingdom, because they get a sure reward. This is another 11:11 and number 8 code. Um, so let's make this affirmation over everyone that gave, everyone that give. You already know, according to Psalms 9:1, Psalms 91:11, that you have angels who are guarding you and protecting you, right? That's your physical, your tangible assets, your crops, your possessions, your crypto, no cyber attacks upon your wallets. And just say this at your own time, at your own leisure, that you believe in the divine power that's greater than you. Everyone that gave, I want you to say this out loud if you can, right? If you're not at work, ear hustling. Everyone that's giving, whether it's a super sticker, whatever your numbers were, say this affirmation. I believe in the divine powers greater than I am, right? Elohim means divine powers. Greater than I am. My words go forth to divinely inspire, right? My words go forth to divinely inspire, to divinely bless, to seal the deal, to divinely seal and inspire, to elevate and to dignify. Lord, my word goes forth to elevate and to dignify in the hearts of the mind of people. Now you can say in your heart, in my heart, and mine, I'm speaking this out over you all. My words go out to dignify in the hearts and minds of people. You replace this with I am. That's why in the Bible it says, I am that I am. So I'm saying you are divinely compensated in a wonderful way, right? Look at money as just a divine substance, people. Say, I am divinely compensated. My money circulates back to me, right? With the infinite spirit, infinite power, and infinite love, and the same speediness and action that I sent it out, it circulates back to me with good to all concerned. This is the reason why I say with good with all concerned, because I don't want you receiving a settlement where someone had to be in an accident or someone had to be injured. So we say with good to all concerned. So I look upon money as divine substance. And everything, right, is made from one infinite spirit. I know that matter and spirit are one, and money is constantly circulating in my life. And please add this on, right? I know that matter and spirit is one, and money is constantly circulating in my life, and I use it wisely and constructively. I use it wisely and constructively. Money constantly circulates in my life, and I use it wisely and constructively. Money flows to me freely, joyously, and easily. Money is an ideal in the mind of God, and it is good, and it is very good. That's all money is. Money is just an idea in the mind of God, and money is good. Some people say the love of money is the root of all evil. No, money is good, and it is very good, right? If the love of money was the root of all evil, then why hasn't the devil given you more of it, right? But it didn't say money was the root of all evil. It says the love of money. So if the love of money is the root of all evil, you should ask yourself, then what is the root of money? Who produces money? Who prints it, right? So again, you had Scale today for crypto that did well, AGI and Soul. In cryptocurrency, ICP was up 11.90%. If you want the physical, tangible gold and silver, you can go to my website. I have a stacking silver report, and that's let me fix my microphone. That's on Fix My Credit and Cash.com. Someone said they purchased my book. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, we also close our affirmations with saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And cadence of three, right? I believe in three of the Trinity, right? Power in the triangle of the three. This is where you can find the Queen of Coins silver stacking report. And ancient Egyptians favored silver people over gold. So if you want to know about the coins, whether it's gold, the silver stacking report, and the cash on crypto report, you can find both of those on fixmycreditandcash.com. I still have that under my credit repair name. So again, Proverbs 11:18, the one who sows righteous reaps a sure reward. People, pay attention, be prepared. Again, August 28th, marked 11 days before the financial chaos begins on September the 7th. And also 7 years of the Bretton Woods Agreement this year. 50 years, 50 represents Jubilee of 1971, the dollar becoming debt. And exactly 11 days since Bitcoin had its highest crash up to SHMITA from May 19th until September the 7th, exactly 111 days. I pray that this live stream has greatly enriched you and blessed you, right? I say the affirmations over everyone that has given. Please rewatch this more than one time, even though it isn't over an hour long. You need to share this information also with your friends and your loved ones so they can understand and they can see that this currency system is resetting. Also, let's pray Psalms 91 again for Hurricane Ida. Especially if you have friends and family members that may be affected from the Louisiana, Mississippi area as well. And I'm signing out. Listen, always magnify your mind, manifest with your mouth, multiply your money, right? And maximize your mission in life. Be wealth for a purpose. Once you get into this great wealth transfer, be a blessing to bless others, right? Thank you so much for your support, for your purchases, whether it's the crypto book, the silver book, or the physical 111 book. And do not forget to visit the website 1111millionmovement.com. Queen out. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. I may just do impromptu live streams at any time. So hit that bell notification right next to the subscribe button.